Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Nathan.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Beautiful spot you have here.
Thank you.
Have you guys been here for long?
We've been here for about 10 years.
10 years. Any projects?
We have done a couple of projects, but we really need to replace the garage door.
So this must be the one you wrote me about.
It is.
Oh yeah, older wooden door.
Yes, so as you can tell, it's seen some effects from the elements. We live right near the water. The good news is we replaced the trim already.
Looks beautiful.
And we have the garage door. It's on the inside because we had to disengage the motor, so we're gonna have to lift up the door.
All right, let's take a look. All right, looks like we have all our parts and pieces, we have our panels, and one good thing to do before you start any project is just pull dimensions again, make sure you have the right size panels that are gonna fit in this opening. I'd hate to leave you with a big hole in your house. So you have 4 panels, they're 9 foot. You have 4 panels that make up your door, and these are at 9 feet. And then you have all the parts and pieces with the rollers and hinges, so I feel pretty safe that we can start the demo. I'm gonna grab some tools out of my truck and we'll get started.
Okay, great.
All right, we're getting ready to remove this door, and there's 2 things we want to keep in mind for safety. One is that it's an older door, it's really heavy, so we want to be careful with that. Good to have 2 people working on it. The second thing is we're working with springs, which could be under a lot of tension. These ones aren't, but you always want to be careful when working with things under tension. So to get started, I'm going to just apply this clamp to the track, and that'll keep the door from slamming down when we release the spring tension. I'll come up here, there's just a little hook. I'll pull that out on this side. We'll go to the other side, remove that, and then slowly lower the door. All right, tension's off. Pop this clamp, slowly lower this down. I'm going to remove the rusted square nuts using a wrench. You just need to go slow because these bolts come through the backside of this panel and they are a little bit older and rusted. All right, I'll take this roller out, slowly lean this out. We're going to remove the door panel by panel, working from the top down. All right, I want to introduce you to the parts and pieces that are going to make up your new door. Some good news to start, your motor and your track are still in great shape, so we can reuse those. To get started, here are your hinges.
Each of the hinges look a little bit different.
A little bit, we have 1s, 2s, and 3s, and as we start from the bottom and work our way up, we'll use different hinges. These hinges receive the rollers, which will slide right into your existing track. Up here we have your top brackets, we have your bottom brackets, and then most importantly, we have your new panels. This is obviously the top, it has the glass, and the one below it with the weather stripping is your bottom. I think we have everything we need. You want to get them installed?
Sounds good.
To install the door, we're going to start with the bottom panel and work our way to the top. Pretty easy to install it. What I'm going to do is tuck my end in first into the track. All right, swing your end in. All right, lower it on top of the table. Having the table here is really good because it creates a workspace for us. I need to put my bottom bracket and my first hinge on. All right, let's pull that table out. We could drop this first panel down. One of the most important parts when you're working your way up is making sure that you're working off a level base. So we're going to toss a level across this and see if we need to shim it. Okay, we need to come up a little bit on our left side. So if you want to watch that level, I'm going to come up a little bit. How's that?
Looks good.
Looks good. All right, now that we're nice and level, we can put our second panel on, third and fourth, and when we attach all our hinges, it'll be nice and straight. I'm going to attach the brackets and hinges to the panel using an impact driver. All right, for our top panel, we're going to put it in a little bit different than the other ones. We don't really have to put the rollers on first, so go all the way up, drop it down. So one thing that I noticed was our new bracket is not going to work with your 2-track system. You can see if I put the roller into this, mounted that at the highest point. We're still below. So what we were able to do is salvage your bracket off of one of your old panels, put that roller in, get that into place, and now that'll work with the 2-track system.
Great.
All right, now we're ready to make our connection between our door and our springs, and we're going to use a cable. So we're just going to come over, hook it on the bottom panel, which is our bottom bracket. I'm going to run it over this pulley. And if you want to lift up that spring a little bit, take some of that tension off. Now here's the fun part. Now we got to come back. You can see this little clip here. I'll just feed that through and back on itself. Okay, the last thing we need to do to finish up inside is attach this bracket to the top panel that you have here. Really easy, pull these screws out, put a couple more in. Brought forward this opening arm, which was already existing, so we'll just reattach that with one pin and you'll have a working door opener.
Great, I'm excited to have a working door.
I'm glad it'll help. All right, you wanna hold that? And I'll take this one. Perfect. All right, to finish up the front of your door, I picked up some door trim, which is just some PVC with a vinyl edge, and we're gonna lightly push it up against the door, and that'll create a really nice seal around the front. One piece across the top, and then we'll do a piece down the left and right leg. All right, Melanie, you're all set. I think it came out pretty good. What do you think?
It looks great. I love the curb appeal, and it's going to be so nice to have a working garage again.
Nice transformation, but one last thing, let's give it a try.
Sounds good.
Looks like you're all set.
That was great. Thank you so much for all of your help. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.